In this video, you're going to find out how much you're pre-qualified for your home purchase, how to get the right mortgage, how to pay it off fast, and how to fly up the property value ladder. I'm James Park, a mortgage broker here in the Lower Mainland, and you can do all of this with my AAA method. In this video, I'm going to explain the AAA method, but if you want to get the entire formula fully explained, it's right here in my book called The Right Mortgage. Just go ahead and download it, it's for free. Okay, here's the cool thing. Let's start off with the first A, accuracy. The accuracy of choosing the right mortgage is really one of the most important steps that you're going to ever do, understandably, and it is definitely one of the most difficult. I mean, how many times have you been confused or feel disconnected from all the talk that's going on about your mortgage and about different rates and different terms and different conditions and all the rest of it? I mean, how do you even decide? How do you even get started? I felt that way exactly 6 years ago when my wife and I were buying our first home. We expected the experience to go really, really well and that it would be a really thrilling and exciting opportunity and it would be just such a happy experience. Unfortunately for us, we had just the opposite experience. It became stressful because we didn't know how to exactly determine accurately a judgment on a good mortgage and discern that one from a bad one. So we'd be on the phone, we'd be calling mortgage brokers with very specific questions like, how much am I going to get approved for? What are the rates that I'm going to get approved for? Can you tell me over the phone? And we just expected that, with just a simple question, getting a simple answer, but it just didn't work like that. And, we just found that we couldn't get any answers from anyone. We came a little bit frustrated and, we just didn't really have the experience at that time. And unfortunately, it just became kind of a negative thing where, we felt like we weren't connecting with these mortgage brokers, we weren't getting the attention and the professionalism that we'd expect, until finally one day we met one very kind mortgage broker here in Coquitlam who took the time to actually explain everything to us and kind of opened up the door and showed us how everything worked. But it really wasn't until she was able to literally take us by the hand and step us through the entire process. And wow, were we ever thrilled. I mean, it was definitely a sigh of relief when we're able to own instead of rent and stop paying that $2,000 a month in rent and start paying a mortgage, and at the same time realize an extra $800 to $1,000 in monthly cash flow. It was fantastic. It was the best experience of our life. And we went through such a great experience, and it really inspired me to become a mortgage broker where I would be able to help people and make an impact for all of my clients as well. And so that's really why I got started. So we were able to get the right mortgage at that time because we had the right broker who had the ability to arm us with the judgment and the accuracy and the understanding of the different products that we were going to be able to choose from, and how she'd be able to custom tailor things to our needs and our financial positions at that time. And we truly did have that ability to discern a good mortgage product from one that might not have been as suitable. So it was a fantastic experience. And maybe you're feeling some frustration out there as well in terms of this or some other experiences that you might have. Let me know. I mean, I became a mortgage broker to help people to, get through all of those things, especially to have that accuracy of judgment and to really fully understand your own financial position and to be able to get you through every single hurdle until we get you approved for a mortgage. We will do it. It just takes time. So I created an app in addition to the accuracy step, just to enhance it a little bit. Basically, it's going to get you a pre-qualified amount for a mortgage before a pre-approval, and it's dead on accurate. As you can see, it's going to ask you a few questions. For example, where are you going to be buying your home? Is it going to be a house? Is it going to be a condo? Are you planning to, own this house or rent this house? So it asks you every single detail, everything on the spectrum. And, not only are you going to be able to get this pre-qualification done, you're going to get it done fast in less than 60 seconds. And as you can see later on ahead, there's not going to be a credit check. It's just a question. It's asking for your down payment. Boom. It calculates it in. Do you have any outstanding balances on credit card? Boom. Go to the next step. Any kind of loans. Boom. Are you employed? Yes. Go. Here we go on to the taxes. On to the gross income, and asking for your credit score. Again, it's not a credit check. It just simply is a questionnaire and bases your informational input, your true information input into a situation that is live, just like a pre-approval, but it is not a pre-approval without a credit check. So you just put in your approximate credit score. You probably ought to already know that, and if you don't, there's lots of apps for that anyways. And it comes out with a pre-qualified amount of $534,139 based on your input. So this app is really convenient. It's really easy to install. It actually emails you a certificate of pre-qualification. You can take that to a realtor. You can take that to me. We can get you set up for a formal approval, which will hold the rate and all kinds of things like that. And you'll be able to play around with this thing, in terms of whatever scenarios you want to run, what kind of monthly payments you want to make, whether it's going to be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. However you want to set this mortgage up, it is your mortgage. This is your app, and I am dead on serious about this dead on accurate app. I want every single one of my clients to download it and talk to me as soon as possible. So this app has really helped out one of my clients, David, and he can now be found with his wife using his valuable time and her valuable time scanning through listings on MLS with confidence instead of wondering what their buying power really is. Okay, so why don't you just pause this video and take 60 seconds right now and click through the button here on this page and download the free app. And find out exactly what you qualify for. In fact, if it's even more convenient for it, pause this video and in fact, text the word app to 778-222-7109 and I'll send you the link to my app right now. Whether it's iOS or Google smartphone that you have, we're fully compatible both ways. The second A is amortization reduction, okay? Basically a fancy way of saying, hey, we're going to try to reduce the number of years and months that it's going to take for you to fully pay off the mortgage and fully pay off your property. When we meet, I'm going to run through a complete strategy and a plan that will help you pay off a mortgage of about $400,000 on average in about 12 years instead of 25. The final A in the AAA system is acquisition. Once you're able to pay off your home and realize some equity, or pay off some of your home and realize that equity, you've got the option of acquiring more real estate if you so desire. And, I'd be happy to introduce you to the best financial managers who I know in my network who are going to advise you and take you by the hand every step of the way to help you make the very, very best investment. And if it's not the best investment, they'll speak up and they'll tell you it's not a good one. So before you kind of take this step, a couple of points of advice from me would be, hey, if you're going to be buying real estate, make sure that you find out about the realtor and how long he's been in business, what his average list price to sales ratio is, look into his references, obviously, ask him, what are the top 3 things that he thinks or she thinks that separates himself or herself from the competition, and ask if you were able to review some of the documents before a deal is submitted for a buy or a sell. And if you're totally new to real estate, and I mean, maybe you're a millennial or maybe you're just thinking about getting into a new home, or you're planning a family in the future and you're just thinking, how am I going to do this? I'm going to advise you, do not rush into the housing market. Do your homework. Learn the basics of credit and budgeting as well as savings. Okay, make sure you have a realistic estimate of what your household income is going to be and how its implications are going to play in on choosing the right property for yourself. Make sure that you're not doing this alone. Build up a team of experts like me, professionals like me, people who are going to work beside you and help you through every hurdle. You're going to need to have expert advice every step of the way. Make sure that you have downloaded my application and my book called The Right Mortgage, and let it speak to you. Let it uncover and open up your eyes to your financial positions and maybe some of the challenges that you might face and some of the possible solutions, obviously, that can be clarified once we meet and really look at things. So it'd be my pleasure to do that. The last thing that I will recommend is that you test drive that monthly payment against your existing income and learn from that perspective as well in terms of how much you can afford, not just the app itself. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you've felt like it's been good content and that you've gotten at least one takeaway, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm producing and releasing these videos all the time. You'll be getting them, as well as like the channel.